Some of the conservatives that won't get behind Trump are pushing his tax return situation, which is potentially a more serious scandal than Hillary's emails. Could we get some help from Anonymous here, maybe? But listen, I actually think that some people somewhere may have something on him. I know that sounds conspiratorial, and I have absolutely no evidence. It's just a hunch. But the reality is that this is actually how politics works, right? It's not just about buying influence. What's to stop Trump from lying his way into power and just not doing anything he said? I mean, this process could work both ways, right? All we've ever seen is the Obama-style politician that says they're going to do great things and then doesn't. And this is likely what Trump will end up as too, if you think his proposals are great things. I may characterize them differently. But there's really not any reason why the process couldn't work in reverse. There's been persistent mumbling for decades that Reagan tried to reverse himself and got shot as a result. And the motives behind JFK's death, they remain very unclear. So yes, there's influence buying. That's necessary. It has to happen. But it's not sufficient. There really is no reason that somebody, couldn't take the cash and then, tell the donors to fuck off afterwards. So you also have to have these shady motherfuckers that sneak around in the shadows and find ways to make sure that the candidates can't get out of their control by blackmailing them into compliance. That's a necessary part of the system of control that exists. And so I suspect, I have no evidence, that Trump's expected compliance with the status quo will have everything to do with what are in his taxes. Oops. How does that work? Shady motherfucker calls the president up. How do you get that number? He's had that number since Nixon. Okay. Tells him that, he'd like this place bombed, or, he'd like this legislation passed. And the president says, I don't want to pass this. This is a bad idea. And so the shady motherfucker says, okay, I guess we'll just have to release your taxes. How long would you like to stay in jail, Mr. President? And so the shady motherfucker gets what the shady motherfucker wants. Again, you may have idealizations about concepts of direct democracy, purity of government. In truth, it's a system of violence with influence peddling, blackmail. Everything's for sale. Everybody's working for someone. And everybody's got something that they don't want anybody else to know. That's how it works. So how this plays out is interesting to me. Okay, you could have both candidates facing charges. And that might be exactly what the bastards actually want. Because then they've got either one under their thumb. I have said this before. I didn't say you had a good system. And I'm sorry if I'm the one, that's bursting your bubble. But that's how the system works. Sorry.